Let's talk about IBM. It's the AI story. We bring it up because Steph owns the name. We haven't heard from her yet this week. It's been a tough week for that stock, as you know, off their guide. And the CEO says, Arvind Krishna said the other day, I quoted this the other day, I'll quote it again, because I think it's meaningful for how CEOs think about the current environment and where they think the future is going to lead. Quote, I've turned from being, I used the word cautious optimism at the end of the first quarter. I would now turn my way all the way to optimism around the macro environment. Stephanie Ling heard that, and she's like, okay, well, I'm going to buy more of IBM because I believe him. And I believe the story.
At one point, it was down 10% yesterday, Scott. That's ridiculous. They're very, very high expectations. Headed into the print, it was up 18%. In the past year, up 42%. And Arvind did deliver on the growth, on the turnaround, because he had total revenue growth of 18%, earnings growth of 15%, operating margins up 320 basis points, gross margins up 230 basis points, free cash flow grew 9%. Consulting was fine and better than Accenture, and I've said that I think they're taking share. I absolutely think that's the case. Infrastructure helped by mainframe. I know people don't pay for that as much because it's a very cyclical business, but still up 12% in infrastructure. It was software that decelerated that people were nervous about, but I look at Red Hat and I look at the double-digit bookings that they have, and the fact that it accelerated to 12% growth, I'm not alarmed at all at the software slowing down from 6 to 3.5%. I think down 10% was a gift. I think this is going to be much higher a year from now.
Okay. You mentioned infrastructure. That's been a key part of the AI story from certainly a industrial standpoint. You could check out CNBC Pro for this, but I'll just give you the headlines here. It's the best sector, not tech. Industrial's best sector because of its trade deals, its power surge. We're up 16% on industrials because of stocks like Stephanie's GE Vernova, which is up almost 90% this year. It's the second best performer in the S&P, up 14% on Wednesday after they beat. Johnson Controls, Quanta Services have been all-time highs this week, too. You own both GEV and Quanta Services.
I do, and Eaton and Rockwell and Vertiv, all of the same theme. So I'm very exposed to this. Electrification, we are going to have, it's going to be decades. This is a decade-long theme. $4 trillion is going to be spent between now and 2025. GE Vernova was really quite good. I mean, record backlogs, book-to-bill over 1.3 times. They're talking about power organic growth going forward for the full year, 6 to 7%, but that electrification, organic growth at this size of a company at 20%, that is enormous, and it bodes well for all of the stocks that I just mentioned and then some.
Okay.